Hello, this is Pankaj Kukar and I am going to give you a demo for our admin panel of our ride booking application. This is the website, as you can see. First, you have to log into your admin account. Mine is already logged in, so I'll take us to the control panel. So this is the control panel. We'll start the demo from the profile section. Here you can update basic credentials about your company. You can upload a logo, or you can change an existing logo. You can see the shortcode. You can change the name, email, contact number, company address, company name. You can also add the country. This is basically the country whose mobile code will show, and then this is the time zone based on which the push notifications will be sent. Then we have the customize section. Here you can customize details such as your date, time, and currency formats. You can. We also have the delivery time estimator. Here you have to put in the distance to time multiplier factor, and based on that, the system will calculate an estimated delivery time. This is basically the estimated time for your ride to be completed. Then we have the languages and currencies. We have one primary language, and you can add as many additional languages as you wish to. We have the primary currency and then additional currencies. When you add an additional currency, you also have to add the exchange rate for that currency. Then you can add your iOS or Android app link. Then you can also add some social media from here. Then you can also edit the nomenclature. For example, vendors will be called fleet managers here. You can edit all of these. You can add your preferred nomenclature for these, or you can also after adding these, you click on save and it will be saved. Here you can also add these features. For example, if you want to verify users based on their email, phone, or other options, then what kind of vendor registration documents you will require, what kind of user registration documents you will require, what kind of what the email that will send the email notifications will be, etc. Then you have the you can manage the styling of the app and the website from the styling section. Here we have the app styling. Here you basically control the styling of your app, such as what the homepage style will be, what tab bar style you want, what colors, what kind of font, etc. Also, you have the tutorial images that appear when the user first signs up on the app or first opens the app. Then you have your web styling. Here you can see your fave icon, your other colors. You can edit these. You have your dark mode, day mode, night mode, and or day with night toggle, basically for the website. Then you have your delivery icon, your other like icons, and then you can also choose between these features. Then you have in the contact us section what company address, what contact number, what contact email should be shown. Then you have your homepage styles. You can choose between the available options. Then this shows in what sequence will the sections appear. This is the current sequence. You can also change it by dragging and dropping. Then you have your CMS, the content management system. Here you have some dynamic pages such as your vendor registration, your privacy policy. These you can edit. You have your terms and conditions, you have your driver registration. These you can edit, and then the changes will appear on the website. You can also add new ones if you want. Then you have your emails. These are basically the format of the emails that will be sent when a certain action has been taken, such as, for example, if a customer has initiated a password change request, then this is the email that will be sent. If a customer has successfully placed their ride, this is the email will be sent. This is the email that will be sent. You can control, you can edit these as you like. Then these are the notifications. In what way the notifications will appear. You can change all of these notifications. You can edit them as you like, completely based on your own preferences. Then you have your catalog. Here you have your basic categories. We have 3 on the app right now, such as the cab service, the motor service, the auto service. You can add more if you want, and by clicking on them you can also edit these. You can set the icon, etc. All of these editing options. Then we have the configurations. This is basically our dispatcher. This is our own dispatcher that we provide with the taxi service, as in the ride bookings app. Then you have your social logins. You can enable as many as you want, and you have to fill the API key and it will connect with the app. Then similarly, you have your map configuration. Currently we use Google Maps, and you also have your SMS configuration. We use Twilio. We also other options, sorry. You have your mail configuration. These are all depending on which one you want. If you want a third-party one, you'll have to get the API key from there. It's completely up to you. Then you have your Firebase notification configuration, your customer support provider, etc. All of these are here. Then we have some custom mods. You can enable whichever ones you like, or you can disable them. You can have them in your app or not have them. Then you have the taxes. Here you set the tax categories and then also the individual taxes within those categories. You can edit them. You can add new ones, or like individual taxes also. Then you have your payment options. In the payment options, you can enable as many as you like. That is completely up to you. We currently have the cash on delivery enabled. You can also add other payment options. Then we have our banners. So these are the banners that appear on the app. You can edit them. You can create new ones. You can use these to promote certain discounts or certain events that you might be hosting, or for any reason as you want. Then we have our promo codes here. You can add new ones. You can edit existing ones. All of that can be done here. Then you have your loyalty cards. Those can be added or edited from here. You can click on a certain plan and you can edit it, or you can delete it altogether. You can add new ones. You also get to set the redemption value. For example, how many points equal to how much in money. Then you have your campaigns. If you want to add a new campaign, you can add that from here. Then we have our dashboard. Let's go to the dashboard. This is basically an overview of your app as such. You have your pending orders, your active orders, your delivered orders, your cancelled orders, your vendors, the number of vendors, the number of categories and the number of products within those categories. Then you have your active banner promotions, your brands that serve using your app or that use your app to provide services. And then you have your return requests. Basically all of these will be available here. You also have your sales analytics here, which is an overview of your sales. You can do this by on the basis of the year, the week, or the month. This will provide you an overview of how, in which direction your sales are going. When are you getting more sales and you're getting less sales? All of that can be done here. And we have our orders. Here you can see all of your pending orders, your active orders, and your past orders. So if any new order comes, you can accept or reject it from here. Then you have your active orders, which are currently processing. You can click on the particular order to get a detailed overview of the order. You can also print it if you want. Here are all the active orders. You can also search between the orders using this search engine. You can see orders from a particular vendor. Then these are the past orders. You can click on any to look at the details of that past order, basically past rides. Then we have our fleet managers. Currently on the demo, we have one fleet managers. You can add multiple managers if you wish to. These are all the active ones. Here you can see ones that are awaiting approval, basically the ones that have registered, but you have to approve them. These are the blocked ones, basically any fleet managers that you've blocked. You can also block them from here. Here you have your active ones. If you click on the particular fleet manager, then you go to their page. You can block them from here. You can also log into the dispatcher from here. You can set a minimum order value, etc. Then you choose to also make the profile visible for the admin. This is visible for the admin only, and you can show the profile details or not show the profile details. This is in your control. These are the commission. These are also visible to you. And you can set the commission percentage. You can fix commission per order. This is how you make money off of commissions, basically. Then you have your categories, basically the categories in which this particular vendor, this particular fleet manager deals in. This is the products that this fleet manager is offering. They're offering all these products. You can click on a particular one to get a detail about that, get the details about that product. You can edit these also from here. Going back, you can also add products if you want from here. You have your configuration. Here you get to set the or you get to view the geo fence of the vendor. Basically, users in this geo fence will be able to see the vendor and place requests for rides. You can edit the geo fence, obviously, or you can delete it altogether. You can add new ones also. Then we have our accountings, in which we have our orders. This is basically a summary of all your orders. You can see an overview of the total value created by the orders, the total number of orders, then the total cash to be collected. This is basically any cash that is with your drivers, which you have to collect. You can click on any particular order and access details about that order from here as well. Then you can also see the status of those orders, such as these are accepted ones, these were delivered, as in these rides were completed, and these are the processing ones. Then you have your loyalty cards. Here you get to see if any loyalty card was used for any particular order. Then you have your promo codes. Here you can see if any promo codes were applied, and then you can also see whether the promo code discount was provided by the admin or the particular vendor. You have your taxes on every individual order. You get to see the tax amount, and then you get to also see the tax types that apply to that order. Then you in the fleet manager section, you see of the accounting section, you see the particular fleet managers and how much value they created for you, how much of it was your commissions, then if any promos are provided by the vendor or by you, the service fees. Basically an overview, a detailed overview of the value created here by particular fleet managers. You can click on them and you will get to, you then will go to the fleet managers page from where you can edit or block them. We've already seen this. Here we have the payout requests. Currently there are no payout requests, but if any payout requests were generated, they will appear here. Basically, if a driver has cash at hand, they can request payout, or if they require money from you that you owe them, then that is also generated from here, and you can manage it from here. Then you have your customers. Here you have a detailed list of all of your customers. You can click on a particular customer to see further details about them. And you can also, if you choose to, then you can also provide them with sub-admin access, and you get to choose to what extent you provide them the access. For example, if I click on submit, then this particular user will be given all of these features in the admin panel for this particular vendor. Coming back to the customers, you can also get a basic overview of how many active users are there, how many inactive users are there, and the social login count, basically how many users have used their social media accounts to log in to the app. You get to see their phone numbers, their email OTPs, phone OTPs, how much money they have in their wallets, how many orders they've placed, all of these details here. Then you can also edit any details about the customer. This will take you to the update customer page. Going back. Then you have your product reviews. Basically, if any customers give any reviews, they will appear here. Here you can see the average rating and the total number of reviews. You can see the individual reviews by clicking here. So this was the admin panel of our ride booking application. Thank you very much. I am going to give you a demo of the dispatcher panel of our ride booking application. So we will begin the demo from the profile section. In the profile section, you can see basic credentials about your company. You can also edit them. You can upload or replace your logo. You can see your short code. You can edit the name, email, contact number, company address, company name. You can add the country, and then you can also add the time zone. You can also change your passwords from here, your password for the dispatch panel. Then we have the customize section. Here you can choose between, basically you can customize your dispatch panel and your, here you can click between your dark theme or your light theme, and you can choose between the two. You can also choose what format the saved addresses appear. For example, if you choose to share, choose the shared saved addresses for all the customers, this will show you all the saved addresses for all the customers when you click on a particular route. If you click on this one, then it will show you only the addresses that link to the individual customer. Then you have your CMS. Here you can see your terms and conditions. You can edit them also and then save them. You can see your privacy policy, you can edit as well. Then you have your nomenclature and localization, basically what nomenclature you want to use for your agent. For example, agents here are called drivers. You can call them something else. That is totally up to you. Then you also have the currency. You can choose one primary currency. You also use to you can also use this section to choose what unit what units you will use. For example, this is set to metric. You can also use the imperial conversion for such as miles, etc. Metric will show you kilometers. Then you have your date and time formats. You can change those from here. Then these are the task completion proofs. Basically, when your driver completes a pickup, then what proofs they have to show. You currently all of these are enabled. You can choose to disable all of them except for like OTP, or you can enable 2 of them, basically any that you want. Similarly for drop off. Then we have our teams. Here you can see all the existing teams. You can edit them as well. You can delete them altogether, or you can add a new team. Then you have your agents. Here you get to see a list of all the agents, all the drivers basically. Here is the overview of your total agents, then how many of them are freelancers, how many of them are full-time employees, how many of them are approved, how many of them are awaiting approval. Those that are, these are the active ones in the list, and then here you can see the agents that are awaiting approval. You can edit their details, or you can delete them. You can accept as in approve, or reject them. Then you have your blocked agents. Currently there are none here. Then in the active ones, you can also see how much cash a particular agent has collected. You can see their phone number, basically all details about them here. You can also block them, basically reject them, then we'll put them in the block. And you can also edit their details from here. Then you have your payout requests. These are generated by the agents, and you can also generate. You can complete these payout requests by clicking here. You have the option to complete these payouts on the platform. These are all the pending requests. Then these are all the completed requests. These were all completed. They are already paid, so to say. Then any that fail will appear here. Then you have your payment options. Also in the payout requests, you see an overview of the total order value, then your pending payout value, your completed payout value. In the payment options, you get to select what payment options you want to enable for first your rides and then also your payouts. Currently for payouts, only the off the platform option is enabled. You can enable other ones that you want. That is up to you. Then you have your geofences. Here you can see all the geofences. You can edit particular geofences as well by clicking on the edit. You get to choose to edit these as you want. That is in your control. Then you can also select which agents from which teams get to or are assigned to these geofences. Then those agents will receive ride requests from this geofence only. You can also add new geofences, or you can edit existing ones. You can delete existing ones as well. Then you have your auto allocation. Here you select which method of allocating you want to use. We have 4. There is the 1 by 1. Here the ride will be, or the route will be allocated to each driver 1 by 1, or you can use send to all. Here it will be sent to all of them. And you have the batch wise. Here you can create batches of like incrementing of concentric circles of incremental radius. Then you have your round robin. Here the routes will be sent to the driver with the least amounts of tasks at hand, and it will be sent to other drivers incrementally. You can also choose if the drivers can merely acknowledge the ride. In this way, they will the ride will be accepted and they will only acknowledge the receipt of the task. Or you can choose to give them the option to reject also, here by clicking on accept and reject. Then here you can edit other options about auto allocation, for example, the number of tries, the maximum radius, the maximum tasks per person, and other such options. For example, the maximum cash at hand. If a driver has too much of cash at hand with him, then you don't want him to be getting more rides. Then you have your pricing rules. You can create new rules. You can edit existing ones from here, and you can also delete existing ones. And from here you can also add. This is a complete list of all pricing rules. Then you have your configure section. Here you choose which map type you want. Depending on which map you use, you'll have to add the API key. This depends on you. It's your choice which map provider you want to use. Similarly, with the SMS provider, you get to choose which SMS provider you use. You'll have to add the API key depending on that. Then you also for the email provider, for the customer support provider, and similarly for everything else. You have your custom domain. You can add it here. And then you can also enable this feature, which allows the driver to cancel the ride. And then this feature that allows the driver to edit the ride in case once the ride has been initiated, it needs to be edited. Then these are the driver registration documents that you get to choose which one are required, which one are not required. These are all the documents that are required. You can edit them and you can also add them. Then this is refer and earn. Basically, what amount a user earns by referring the app to someone else, and also your pay icon. Then you have your analytics. Here is an overview of the platform's earnings, the agent earnings. These are the number of orders. These are the number of agents. This is a heat map. Where are you getting the most rides from? And then this is a sales analysis, which you get a day-by-day analysis. You can choose whether you want to see it on a weekly or a monthly basis or on a daily basis, depending on your preference. Then these are the agents and how much cash at hand they have with them. Here are the customers who have basically made you the most money. and the number of orders that they've placed, their phone numbers, and the total amount that they've created. Then you have your notifications. Here you get to choose whether the customer receives a push notification or like an SMS notification once the agent has started. You can enable this, disable this if you want. Similarly for email, this is for the pickup and then this is for the drop off. Then you have your managers. These are all your fleet managers basically. You can edit their information here, and then these managers obviously can be given sub-admin rights to their teams, or they can also be given sub-admin rights to other teams. That is up to you, whatever you wish to do. Then these are the permissions. You can enable new permissions to allow them, or you can disable existing ones depending on your preference. Then we have the dashboard. Let's come to the dashboard now. Here on the dashboard, you can see any active routes. For example, this one is an active one. These are your drivers, these blue dots, and these are the pickups and drop-offs, basically the locations of them. Here are your drivers and all of the teams that they are in. And then, for example, this driver has these tasks at hand. You can choose to edit his tasks as well by clicking on submit. That way the task will be edited. You can also click on optimize to do that, but the drag and drop is the easier way to do. Then you have your customers. So this is a list of all your customers. This is an overview. First of all, these are your total customers, the number of your total customers, and these are the active customers, and these are the inactive customers. You get to see all the details, the email, the phone number. You can also edit it. All of these options are available. You can go through all of them. Then this shows their status, whether they're active or inactive. You can add a new customer from here. You can export this data in a CSV file format. You can search particular customers using the search engine. Then you have your routes. So these are all the pending assignments. You can assign a route to them. These are all the active assignments. Here you can track the assignment as well, the route that is. And you can also see the details about it, the pricing, etc. You can edit them also from here. You can view them simply, or you can delete them also. Then you have your history. These are basically all the routes that were completed, all the rides that were completed. And these are the failed ones. And on top, you have an overview also. Your active orders, active customers, active agents, and the pending assignments. You can create new routes by clicking on the add route. And this was our dispatcher panel. Thank you very much.
So as the customer opens the application, this is the first page that will appear to them.
To book a ride, they have to sign up or sign into an existing account. They can do so from here. They have to click on login. Here they can create a new account, or they can go ahead with their Google or Facebook account. I already have an account, so I'm going to log in using those credentials. So now I am logged into the app. Once I am logged in, this is how the account section will look to me. Here I can look at my account info. I can add a name, an email, a phone number. I can change my passwords. I can add or edit my addresses. I can also add photos. Then we have the loyalty section. Here we have the loyalty points that have been earned by the customer by placing or by booking rides through the app. Then we have the wallet. In the wallet, the customer can add money that they can then use to book rides. They can also transfer any funds to someone else. Then in Join Us, we have our vendor registration. This is basically if a company or a fleet manager wants to register with the app, they can do so from here by filling this form out. Then we have the privacy policy that can be accessed from here. The terms and conditions can be accessed from here, and the driver registration can also be done from here. The user can also share the app by clicking here. Then you have the settings. Here the user can select between dark and light mode. We'll stick with light mode, or they can also set it to automatic. They can also change, they can select between the available currencies and the available languages. Then we have the contact us. Here the customer, the user can contact us, send messages to us. Us meaning the app. Here we have the support. This is a bot that can chat with the user all the time. Then now let's book a ride. To book a ride, the customer simply has to choose where they have to go. For example, let's go to this place. Then the customer has to select between the available options out of these. Let's select Moto. Here the customer can add instructions or any images. Then they have to select a payment method. Let's select cash on delivery. Other payment methods can also be availed, such as payment gateways like Paytm, etc. If they have any promo coupons, they can apply them here. Now let's book the ride. There we go. The ride has been booked. If the customer wants to cancel the ride, they can also cancel the ride from here. So this is how the customer app works. The rides, past rides and current rides can be accessed through the My Rides section. Thank you very much.